The U.S. men's national squad are showing their support for the LGBTQ plus community by way of a rainbow-themed team logo inside the team's training facility and media workroom at the World Cup in Qatar, where same-sex relationships are illegal. The design features 7 rainbow-colored vertical stripes below USA in dark blue letters and is part of the Be the Change initiative the team adopted in 2020 with the goal of inspiring action on social justice issues. Organizers have said that everyone, no matter their sexual orientation or background, is welcome, while also warning against public displays of affection. Some football players have raised concerns over the rights of fans traveling to the November 20th to December 18th event, especially LGBTQ plus individuals and women. The rainbow badge, which will not be worn by the team during World Cup games, has been routinely displayed by US soccer, no matter the occasion, as a way to promote a spirit of inclusivity. Obviously, the United States and England have made it clear that they are going to continue to use their platform to promote the welfare rights of LGBTQ plus people and women at the World Cup. And this is contrary to the directive of FIFA, who has been trying to pacify the Qatari government to ensure that they can put on a show that is strictly all about football. This is going to be a difficult one to pull off, though, for Qatar and FIFA, don't you think?
Yeah, it will be. It will be. I think at the beginning, let me not say it was a mistake, but they had to look towards all this part before it was given to them. As players, as football is a huge event to promote a country. So if we're having a World Cup in Qatar, we're saying we're promoting Qatar. So we're promoting whatever they believe in. And that's why we're trying to make them understand that this is not acceptable. I think they're trying their best to try, the awareness is there now. And I think the English team, the USA, they're doing the right thing, because everyone has to understand that, people's opinions of what people want to be is up to them. So Qatar has to really adapt to what's going to go on.
Sam, there's been so much suggestion that the Qatari government, Saudi Arabia, all of these Arab nations, Gulf nations that have been trying to involve themselves in sports more so recently, with all of the abundance of wealth that they have to throw at these events, are trying desperately to sports wash their image. But I would say, do you think that Qatar has taken on more than they bargained for with the World Cup? Given what is sure to be the exposure of their citizens to the advocacy for LGBTQ and women's rights by countries like the USA and England?
Yeah, they have. They definitely have taken what the beginning. I don't think they knew how big it was, but you can't blame them. If someone gives you something, you take it. I think it was up to FIFA to have thought about it properly, and I think they didn't think about what the repercussion. And just as you said, there are a lot of rich people, if you want to call it that way, that are trying to use sport to wash everything away. But that's not how it works. Football is a social entertainment, and we have to stand and make sure football wins.
Right. Certainly, with the platforms that these players, these athletes have, is in this day and age, it is extremely hard to keep them in line and going down one message, unless, of course, that message happens to be a social justice issue. So how significant might the damage be to Qatar's image should, on the day, maybe even the very first day of the tournament, a footballer comes out and announces that he is gay? Maybe even fans or athletes alike, in public view, decide to express that display of affection that the Qatari government has warned against.
From taking the event as big as the FIFA World Cup, they have to accept that. They have to accept that people will be coming from abroad, from a different part of the world, that they're more open. So they cannot pounce on anyone that comes out that they're gay on the day, because they have to accept that this is going to happen. But I'm sure that's not going to happen. I'm sure we all want the walkout to really go peacefully, but things has to be done properly.
Well, in the Olympics, there's something they call the Olympic Village, and certainly there's this recent pandemic has necessitated the need for an Olympic venues bubble. So perhaps that is the kind of policy they need to institute, whereby that area, those venues are, shall we call it, safe zones.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And honestly, I think that's a good idea. But at the same time, the country as a country have to accept that where the world is at the moment, people have to do what they want to do. You cannot tell people what to do as a government. Yeah, that the whole idea of having the Olympic free zone, that's fine. But the country has to really come in terms with what's going on at the moment.
All right.